ClassicGameRoom.com.
Welcome to Classic Game Room. It's not Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is Street Fighter 0 on the Sega Saturn. Which I guess would make it a prequel, right? Maybe. Why does Ken look like Barbie on the packaging? Is he trying to date himself? I just thought of that right now. That's how this show works. Insightful comments like that make Classic Game Room, well, what it is. Street Fighter Zero is more commonly known as Street Fighter Alpha in the West, a 1995 arcade game that gets this cool 1996 Sega Saturn release, which seems to apply a fresh coat of paint and some new characters to the Street Fighter series after the phenomenal success of Street Fighter 2. But, like usual, I go with Chun-Li and just jump and kick people occasionally, trying to do that thing where she grabs them by the head and just throws them onto the ground. I love that move. They changed her moves around a little bit, though. It's disorienting. But, it's still Street Fighter, and as you can see, it kicks ass on the Sega Saturn. It even has Q sound. But, there's more interesting fighting games on the Saturn. The X-Men fighting games, Vampire Savior, or Darkstalkers. Like, you can get Street Fighter anywhere. That being said, for a 1996 release on the underrated Sega Saturn, this looks and plays great. It's a much more attractive game than many of the early releases or early fighting games on the competing PlayStation, but most of those were going for a 3D look, like Tekken, whereas Street Fighter Zero has that smooth, refined, polished, great-looking 2D style that so many of us enjoy. It's classic.
I'm terrible at fighting games. Come here.
Wait, only fighting games? What an excuse, Derek. Oh, I'm bad at fighting games. So
Well,
you're bad at all games.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'll give you Mario. You're good at Mario games.
I can platform like a
boss. Derek can also get his ass handed to him like a boss because that's the way the game was meant to be played, two-player. And thanks to the Sega Saturn's dual controller ports, you can do that. Sega was ahead of its time because modern game systems don't even give you controller ports. Oh sure, they may be wireless, but you can also run out of batteries. Your Sega Saturn controller will last forever. I'm gonna go with Adon. I don't actually know how to use Adon. I don't think I've ever played as Adon. Have you ever played Adon?
Look at that guy. No,
He looks like he's got mental problems. On screen, the Saturn delivers great colors, smooth motion. It's just a wonderful game console for 2D games that came out in an era when everybody was expecting 3D. So, while it wasn't a huge commercial success, as a fan of 2D games, fighting games, and spaceship shooters, I would say the Saturn has one of the best game libraries out there. Although that doesn't change the fact that all the Street Fighter games eventually just kind of blend together. Like Turbo Alpha, Championship, Hyper, Remix. They should just start numbering them backwards. It's Street Fighter -8. Hyper. No matter who I'm playing, I always play the same. I just jump around and try to punch people from the air. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
dude, I just mash buttons in all these games.
Street Fighter Zero or Street Fighter Alpha can be found relatively easily out there. This one was sent to the show by my friend Frank in San Leandro, California. And while I'm not sure if I like it more than any other version of Street Fighter out there, it's definitely better than the movie. The acting is far superior.
Is that Guy or Gee? Because if it's Guy, I'll use him. But if it's Gee, there's no way.
Well, who cares? Call him Bob.
Alright.
Don't do what the game tells you to do.
Why do I have birds around that? What is this, Looney Tunes?
Yeah, you still lost. Yes.
That store's 24 hours. I need to get some Advil.
Are there some girls there?
They are. Let's go. Why are we fighting?
Yeah, let's go back over here. There, we gotta show off our skills to these schoolgirls over here.
Hey, look, I'll do
What's up,
some,
ladies?
Some squats.
Look at my giant fists and my weird mohawk. Die!